Thank you, Dave. Well, that close racing, which we saw in the semifinals yesterday, as well as today in the finals, is just a harbinger of what you're about to see in the grand final for the second eight. Again, the seeding, which is done by the NCAA National Committee, is usually done pretty well, but as you see in the basketball tournament and everything else, everyone doesn't always live up to their seeds, but nevertheless we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 seeded crews, and Yale coming all the way from a 16th seed to make it into the grand final. Get 2 points differential for each placing here in the second eight. We know that Ohio State is in the lead by virtue of winning the 4, but they want to try and consolidate that lead certainly by another win here. They're in lane 3, Brown are in lane 4 because they each won their semifinals.
And we can bring you the official results now from the petite finals. So in first place, Virginia. Second place was Stanford. Third was Washington. And fourth was Harvard. UCLA in fifth and Notre Dame in sixth.
Well, nice that they're able to sort out that photo finish in fairly quick order so that everybody knows what's going on, both of that event as well as the team points. Okay, here we go. Princeton, Yale, Ohio State, Brown, California, Southern California, Tension, go. And as always, the coxswains are yelling out drive and pry and pretty much anything that'll urge their crews on to full effort here as they sprint away from the starting line and through the 100-meter mark. Well, this is really exciting, and we still have the top 8s from all these programs to come in the next 2 races. Well, it looks like I'll call it over there in lane 4, Brown. It's pretty easy to figure out which boat is theirs with the brown bear painted into the black scheme there. They have that same brown bear on their competition unisuits, but it's Brown out into the early lead. Ohio State, as we've seen them racing all regatta long, maybe not all that concerned to not be in the early lead. They're probably closer to the front of the pack than they have been in a lot of other races. They are in third place. Currently in second place is Southern California, all the way on the outside. But so far, the only crew that's really finding it hard to keep up with the lead pack is Yale. They're in 6th. Princeton is in 4th. Would put California, 5th place for Princeton, 4th place for California, but again, very, very tight. Well, University of Southern California at the 500-meter mark has taken over the lead from Brown, and in 3rd place, Ohio State is 2 seats behind Brown, and that's only another seat or 2 back to California, maybe a seat or 2 back to Princeton, and Yale is throwing themselves back into the pack a little bit. Surging back and forth, and yes, here they come, Ohio State. Here come the Buckeyes. They are almost on level terms with both Brown and USC. It's those 3 that are almost bow ball to bow ball for first place, with Princeton coming hard out of lane 1, California coming hard out of lane 5, and Yale still trying to get back into that fray. From one stroke to the next, between University of Southern California, Brown, and Ohio State, it's impossible to tell who is in the lead. It just pretty much matters who's on the drive phase and who's on the recovery phase. But just to make it easier on the announcers, I guess, the Buckeyes are just putting on a tremendous move here. Wow, to be able to take a deck length in like 5 strokes and now another seat at this level is very, very impressive. So the Buckeyes now in a clear lead over Brown, and California is maybe a seat behind University of Southern California. So it's USC in 3rd and Cal in 4th. Princeton still in 5th, and Yale just will not go away in 6th place. So as we come to the 1,000-meter mark, it is Ohio State leading the pack. Brown, USC, Cal, Princeton, and Yale. We'll turn it over to Mark.
Such a beautiful sight to see these boats lined up, isn't it, Bill? Just a gorgeous sight. All the colors and we can't say the pomp and circumstance, but Ohio State maintaining the lead here in the grand final for the Division I and second eight. They have a good 6 or 7 seat lead over the second place Brown. Meanwhile, at third, California. Fourth right now is a fight between Princeton and Southern California, and Yale just slightly off the pace. You see the Ohio State Cox and Amanda Pohl looking to her right to see the bow of the Brown boat. Brown now trying to hang in as the Ohio State boat continues to surge forward. Brown still hanging on to second place. Third still belongs to California. Fourth right now belongs to Princeton, but they're being challenged by Southern California, and Yale is still in the mix there. Meters to go in the grand final for the Division I second eight. There's the NCAA Rowing Championships in Indianapolis. Ohio State handling the lead right now, but a move being put on by California. California all of a sudden has leapt into second place. Ohio State senses that. They're trying to respond. Brown trying to hold on to third place, but here comes Southern Cal too. In lane one, Princeton trying to hang with the pack, but Ohio State's beginning to move out. California is really walking up. They are passing Brown, 2 seats up on Brown right now, but they are still almost a boat length behind the Ohio State boat. Southern California making the move with California, but they're not having very much luck in catching up with them. Brown trying to maintain second place, but they lost it to California, but Brown has begun to surge back as well. What was a full boat length lead for Ohio State is Ohio State's lead beginning to melt in this grand final for the second eight. California in second place, walking up on it. Brown trying to respond to Southern California, which is coming up as well on their outside. Princeton trying to hang on, and so is Yale. But here in the second eight for this championship run in the grand final, Ohio State in the lead. But here's another move from California. They just prance up that rowing. They are walking up on Ohio State. Will it be enough before the finish line? The Ohio State coxswain glances over and can see that the second seat from the California boat is beginning to catch up with him. Brown trying to hold in there too. Southern California in the mix. But coming to the finish line, it looks like it's Ohio State in first. California second. Brown third. Fourth to Southern Cal. Fifth to Yale. And sixth to Princeton.
Well, Mark, that was certainly an exciting finish to the Division I second eights grand final. Ohio State taking first place over California in second. A little too close to call from the tower, at least, for third place. And we'll wait for the officials to make the call on that. Next up is the Division I first varsity eights petite final, who are battled for places 7 through 12. In lane 1 is Michigan.